Hello, all my ghouls and geistes out there. It's your clinically diagnosed ghost host, the most care with K. And today we are going to ask Spirit if your person that you're thinking of, whoever's on your mind right now, likes you more than a friend. And this is polyamorous friendly, open friendly, anybody who identifies as non-monogamous friendly. Not that monogamous things won't come out in the reading, it's just friendly to those things. Cool, cool, cool. And now that we got that sorted, we got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'm going to rip off the first one and write a channeled message. Feel free to choose after that or just go ahead and pop over to your pile. I know sometimes I do that. I should not. Oh, ding. Alright, pile 1. Channel message for pile 1. You are worthy. Make it cute. You are worthy. Pile 2. Sometimes growing is uncomfy. I'm just kind of going with whatever comes first. And for pile 3, boop, Purple Star Clan. Boundaries are important. Sweet. These are your channeled messages. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take as long as you need. Meditate on that, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, all my beautiful guys who picked group number 1 with You Are Worthy. You definitely are, babes. You are definitely a star. You might feel down on yourself, like you're not worthy of this person's attention or time, but I'm here to tell you that you absolutely are. I can feel it in your energy. It feels very warm. It feels tired, but it feels warm, you know? Don't ever put yourself down, especially for another person, like especially a romantic person. Do not lower yourself so that they can feel better, you know? Because if it was meant to be, it would be. Alright, pile 1. Does their person like them more than a friend? Pile 1's person. We got Phoenix in reverse. Okay. One more. Oh, and we also got Struggle in reverse. The Hydra. Kawaii. There we go. Alright, I feel like you're struggling a little bit. Like you want to start new with this person. Like you want to start a relationship. You guys were friends and you want to start a relationship. And everything feels good in the friendship. Like the friendship is perfect, awesome, cool. Because it just comes really easily. Everything is flowing and you guys talk a lot and you guys laugh at the same jokes. You guys are doing the same things and you guys are just enjoying it. But you're kind of smoldering. You're kind of in that, like, what's happening here sort of situation. Like, it feels like you've hit a plateau. Like, this is what this relationship is. This is all it's going to be. And that feels bad for you. Because you're kind of looking for more from this person. The way they're showing up is kind of giving you hope. It's kind of giving you, like, maybe something's gonna happen here. You know, should I wait for this person? You should absolutely not put your life on hold for anybody. That's just a rule. Don't do that. But is there, like, chemistry here? Yes, there is. There is, like, the sparks of passion and stuff. But let's pull some tarots to clarify. Where'd you go? There you are. All right. For pile one's person, do they like pile one as more than a friend? Sorry if the audio cuts out weird here. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it just goes off because I'm not talking, because it's not loud, so you don't get to hear the, like, flip, 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 flip. Does pile one's person like them more than a friend? Person on pile one's mind. Alright. And on the back of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We got Justice. We have the Five of Wands in reverse, which is it's a great way to see that card. We have the Three of Swords. Spooky, scary. But also hot, question mark? We have the Magician in reverse. This is my favorite card. Oh my god. Colors are so pretty. Alright, we got the Hierophant. We have the Six of Cups. And the Three of Cups in reverse. So, I have good news. I have good news, and I have bad news. Sorry about that. I was trying to get my camera to focus. It's really annoying when I'm trying to read, and it does not. Alright, so, I've got good news, and I've got bad news. Mostly good news, but the bad news is they're afraid. They're afraid of being heartbroken. With the three of swords here, it's scary, it's looming, it's like an ever-present. They might have trauma, is what I'm feeling. They might have been in a abusive relationship, or somebody just really done them really dirty in their past, and they're like, I don't want to replicate that. They kind of feel like they want to be even with you, like with this Justice here. They want to be on like an even playing field. You know how I was saying that you feel unworthy, you feel on a lower pedestal than them? They want you guys to be equal. But they don't want to lower themselves to be equal with you. They want to help you rise up and be equal with them. And I think that's what the friendship stage that's happening right now is. You guys are definitely either going into a friendship phase to, like, get on the same page, on the same level, or you guys have been friends, and once that, like, equilibrium is achieved, then they'll consider moving into a relationship, because it looks like they're thinking about it in like a long-term sort of like way, because we have like the friendship card here, but it's like it's in reverse, so it's kind of like something is blocking just the friendship. They feel very happy when they're with you, though, with the Six of Cups. You make them feel like, when you're a child and you're just really happy and you're going through, you're learning, you're having a good time. They have a really good feeling with you. And this magician is the manifester. So he can literally make anything he wants happen. He can manifest anything. And that's you. You can manifest whatever you want. It might not come exactly the way that you're asking it to, but it will come to you. And if you're willing to work on it, this could move to a relationship. And the Hierophant is the traditionalist, I guess you can say. It's the good old fashioned, I want to court you in the right way. I want to make it work, not just as like a one night stand. I don't want to back and forth keep seeing you. I want us to get together and stay together. So it's kind of like a tree. Excuse me. I'm gonna drink some water. You might be speechless sometimes when you talk to them. That's all I'm saying. But the Hierophant, like a tree, growing roots and a foundation, is important to this person. Probably because of the ways they've been hurt in the past, they want to make sure everything is in the right time. And that's why the waiting kind of came up. Don't put your life on hold, but if you want to grow with this person, there's nothing here that's telling me that that wouldn't be a good idea. Like they wouldn't be receptive to that sort of affection and attention in their life. They just want everything to be on the right level. They don't want to get together when they know it's not going to work, because where you're at right now, they see a lot of problems with getting along and making decisions together and this sort of thing. But they can see the potential of you growing into who you were meant to be and you guys having a lot of chemistry and compatibility. And it might even be like a long-term like life partner situation, like marriage even. Justice does have to do with like legalities, and the Hierophant is a representation of like marriage and, like full complete togetherness. But yeah, the Five of Brushes in reverse is just easily saying that they're not trying to fight against it as much as they're just weary of it. They're very open to the idea of you moving from friendship to romance. They just want to take care of themselves. Like, it seems like they have boundaries. Like, they're very conscious person when it comes to the things they need inward, like inside of them, in their life, in their relationships. They have what they're willing to accept and what they're not willing to accept. So it's really a level up on your part. And that might be contributing to why you're not feeling worthy, honestly. Because they might have even rejected you already. They might have said, look, this isn't the right time, like I have a lot going on. And they didn't say I don't like you. They just said not at this time. Like I got a lot going on or some shit. But the wheel is turning in your favor. And I even see like, cuz it's like two Two poles, two mountains, two explosions, passionate explosions, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get some oracles. I'm going to start with the Wild Unknown. All right. That's actually exciting. I'm kind of excited for you. I've been in a lot of similar situations, so I feel it. One more, please. Spirits. Huh. My voice is weird. Alright, cool. So we got the hummingbird. That might be a sign for you. It's also rainbow colored. This could be an LGBTQ plus situation. And we got the hawk. A lot of air energy. Could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They're both birds. Isn't that weird? And one of them's like a meek, like little bird, and one of them is like an alpha hawk. And I'm feeling like this is you, and this is them. I might be wrong, it could be vice versa, but it feels like your energy is more of like a shirking away and like just kind of like flitting around. And theirs is like, I have boundaries, I figured my shit out, I know what I'm about, I'm gonna go get it, you know? They're not waiting around, and you shouldn't either. Nice. And I will leave you, as I always do, with sidequest. Something you can do while you're pondering this reading, while you're pondering your person, while you're having a conversation about it even. Alright. Come on. Take a luxurious bath or shower. The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. From the Emperor in Milan. If you guys are into Disney. Who isn't at this point? They've kind of brainwashed us all. Alright, well that is what I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be safe out there, and may the hunters never find you. Hello, my gorgeous guys who picked pile number 2 with the yellow star that says sometimes growing is uncomfy. Do ignore my handwriting. It's just bad. I don't have an excuse. Alright. Sometimes growing is uncomfy. I feel like you're going through a change, and it could be with this person. But it could be outside of this person, and you think it might be affecting this person and the way they see you. Alright, so we have the Omen in reverse. The Black Shuck. Cool. Cool. He's just... Maybe it's good that he's not coming into focus, honestly. And then we have the Mermaid with commitment. Good water sign. Water and fire, respectively. So it looks like they think about it. They've been thinking about it. And they're kind of worried from their perspective if they're moving into a situation that would be something that they didn't want to deal with. It looks like they're scared, but they're hopeful. Like, I don't want to make it sound bad. It's not as bad as it looks, I guess, when you say Omen is bad and, you know. But they're observing right now. They're hesitant to move forward. But it's not that they haven't thought about it. it's obviously that, like, you wouldn't be. I feel like it's heavy on your heart because you feel like they're questioning it, and they are very much so. Their inner world is kind of pulling in both directions, like extremely equally. So they're having a hard time, and it has nothing to do with you as a person. You are probably doing something really good that they're admiring. That they're like, "Oh my god, this person is really like coming out of their comfort zone," or "This person is really impressing me." You know? That's the vibe I'm feeling. They're just they also have their own things that they're dealing with, and it's affecting their decision. They also could be someone who's fighting to stay in a mindset that they know at this point is negative. So if it was like some sort of open relationship situation and they grew up like a Christian, or like a very like monogamy is the only way, get that gay shit out of here, or something similar, and in their relationship, their friendship with you, they've seen that like, wow, maybe that isn't exactly how I should be living my life. Like, what if I identify more with this sort of situation, and I would have to I would have to give up. Sorry, I'm I would have to give up the things that I already have internalized. Like, I would have to be wrong, and I would have to tell myself, wow, I'm really kind of a shitty person. And I feel like that's why Growing is Uncomfy came out. I 100% thought this was going to be for you, but it's probably for your person. Huh. Neat. Alright, does their person like them more as a friend? More than a friend? Will they become a relationship? You know what I'm saying, Spirit. Pile 2's person. Do they like them more than a friend? Woo! Okay. As you can see, I still haven't fixed my lighting problem. I'll figure it out one day. Okay. Do. And on the back, we have the High Priestess in reverse. So, like I was saying about the Christian thing, this High Priestess is kind of like your connection to their connection to their higher self, to their intuition, to what they know is right as a person. Excuse me. And it's in reverse. It's saying, I'm choosing. I'm making the choice to compartmentalize, push those away. That's not the right way to think. That's not how I was taught to think. And they could be religious because there's a religious imagery. It's coming in pretty heavy here. And the King of Cups in reverse is saying immaturity, emotional immaturity is what's leading this person to not show up in the way that you think they should. We have the Three of Coins, which is like working together. It's the threes, most threes I will take as the third party interference when it comes to a love reading. The third, like, open relationship kind of dynamic maybe they're already seeing someone, maybe you're already seeing someone, maybe that's making them a little insecure. Let's see. We have the King of Swords. And so this card, this guy, if you've ever played the game, his head spins around. It flip flops. So like if I turn this upside down, it still looks like a head with a mustache, you know? Um it's giving me like they want to come off a certain way, but they're actually not that way. Um they kind of change depending on who's around or what happened that day, or because some days they're very into you and some days they're very kind of not into you and they're very aloof. But the King of Swords really wants clarity. He wants to like stop dealing with his bullshit. He wants to just cut right through it. But something is stopping it. We also have the Queen of Swords, which is, I feel like this is your energy. Queen and King of Swords are like a power couple. But this is your energy, regardless of your gender, nothing like that. But this is, you're coming in with compassion, and the King of Swords might not be used to that. They might be someone who's like, you're trying to manipulate me into like sin, or, you know, take what resonates. You're trying to get something out of me that I don't want to give you. And so you're coming in with like, no, I'm just trying to make you understand my position. And they're taking it as an attack on them, like, no, now I have to defend myself. I'm very defensive. We have the Four of Swords as well, which is kind of, it's like take a rest. It's like take a break. Don't overstimulate yourself. Don't put yourself out for this person. Um, they will come towards you. Like if you force it, nothing good is going to happen. But they're listening to you. Like it might seem like nothing's getting through to you, but they're like considering it. They're very open to an idea, but they're kind of in their head about it with this eight of swords. They just they they know what they've already experienced in this world, and they know how they go about experiencing the world as like themselves. And you're kind of shaking it up like the tornado. You're kind of giving them a new perspective. And they might have been someone who's like, oh, well, polyamory doesn't work, or like open relationships don't work. Like you just want to fuck other people, or you're just not good with commitment, which, I mean, polyamory is literally agreeing to more commitment, so that's just my 2 cents. But they kind of can see how it will work because you're such a good influence on them. And that's why they're considering with the commitment card, like actually like, well, maybe I will. Two of brushes in reverse. There's also 3 arrows on this card, which really shows, you know, like willingness to be a part of a group. Not like the 3 isn't important. A lot of people get hung up on like polyamory and open relationships have to be like a couple and one person, or like this kind of like it could be any number of people. It's just with the 2 of Wands in reverse, he's kind of, I said he, wow, I'm really feeling that the masculinity of your person. They are fighting you in a sense. They're trying to doom what is not doom, catastrophize almost the relationship, like everything that could go wrong. What is it? I need to know. I need to come to a place. All right, we got the 6 of Swords in reverse. Like this is what I was saying with like all those negative feelings. Like anything bad that could happen will happen. And would they be willing to put up with that to be with you? Because it looks like even if this isn't a open relationship or whatever, um they they would be getting into this situation because of you, because they liked you. It's their choice. I'm not trying to blame you or anything. I'm saying this situation, they're fully taking responsibility, and they're like, if I get in this situation, I would want to be with this person, with you. And would I be willing to put up with the rest of the things? Like perhaps you have a bad family life. Um, which I was also getting with the Omen, but um would they want to deal with everything that is involved with being with you, which includes working on themselves. Not just the external stuff, but the internal stuff. Are they willing to grow? Are they willing to change over time to meet you where they would be somebody who is worthy of having you? Because they know you're not going to take them, like, you're not going to stand for them staying how they are. Like, they know you accept them for who they are, but they know that that's not the kind of person that you would want in the long term. They are reflecting, which is something that they might not even know consciously that they're reflecting. You might be like, wow, this person isn't really conscious. They don't think about these things. But they do. They just don't show that kind of thing. Like, they don't talk about it. Alright, and we got the Four of Coins in reverse. And this kind of gives me Ace of Cups. Like, the cup, the emotion there. You have to get through all of these to get to it. Because the four of coins is very defensive. It's about, you know, I'm not letting anyone through. I'm going to hold on to my purse. I'm going to be very selfish. I'm going to put myself first. But it looks like they're coming out of it, and they really want to open up. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse, but it's hard for them. They're not a person who does that. They're not a person who talks about their feelings openly, at least. So it might be confused. They might be confused. You might be confused. And it might be like kind of like a soon deer, if you've ever heard of that. Like how when you're kids and someone's mean to you because they like you. Like it's that sort of vibe. Which, you know, healthy or not, that's the sort of vibe. And then we got Judgment in reverse as well. Which is kind of like an awakening moment, I'm feeling, for this person. They're taking everything that they're thinking of. They're taking everything that you give them, like, because they're weighing the pros and cons right now, like heavy, weighing the pros and cons of their life, what's going to change for them, what's going to change for you. And that's what I'm saying. They want to come forward, but they're having a hard time choosing. So, really the only thing I can really offer you is to be compassionate in this time, like while they're figuring their shit out. Like they're figuring it out and it looks like they're going to come towards you. But energies always change. So, just be here for them as a friend, and don't like force anything, or don't imply that you're trying to play games with this person, because they don't seem very receptive to that either. But you got a power couple with the King and Queen of Swords. So it looks like you guys will fit. You guys might fight. You might fight, but it won't be in a way that's negative that would hurt you. Like any truth that you tell this person, even though they might get like defensive, it will bring you closer together rather than tear you apart. And that's what I'm getting. All right, let's grab some Wild Unknown oracles for pile 2, please. And their person who clearly shows interest but is having a hard time. Oh, 2 leapt out together. Interesting. But, well, I'll clean that up later. Doesn't really happen. Alright, so we got the zebra, which is you all day, babe. This is you. You're a weirdo. You're weird. You're a weirdo. You don't fit in, and you don't want to fit in. Sorry. Please excuse that. But you got like your little third eye chakra that's open and receiving, and in a black and white world you are colorful. And then we got the raccoon in reverse. Okay, earth energy. Do 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 do. And the raccoon is like in the dark. He's hiding behind a mask. He's upside down. He's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's about. And the zebra's like, yeah, man, that's rough. But, I mean, I guess when you try to be like everyone else, it is rough. Just kind of be yourself. You know what I mean? And he's also black and white. Like, you guys have a lot in common. But the way you live your life is going to be freeing to this raccoon. That's the vibe. Very much be patient with this person. But, oh, sorry. I'm going to get you guys a side quest that you can do to vibe, to think about this reading, to think about your person, to construct a plan as how you are going to move forward with this information that Spirit has bequeathed unto thee. Alright. Pick up trash around your neighborhood. Could be in your yard. Could be down the street. Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. Winnie the Pooh. Our neighbor, your neighbor. Basically the Mr. Rogers of bears. That is what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be safe out there, and may the hunters never find you. Hello, all my ghouls who picked group 3 with the boundaries are important purple star. And it's very bendy. Like, out of all of them, it stays the most bent. And that's giving me that you are kind of letting people walk all over your boundaries. You might set them, but they're not hard lines. And people are picking up on that. And as you know, takers will take. There is no boundary for a taker. They will take it all. So, keep that in mind, my pretties. For group 3, does their person want to be more than friends with them? More than friends, less than lovers. What a space. Alright, we got fairy in reverse. Tricky, tricky, trick. And we have the kitsune, also in reverse. We've got earth energy and air energy. And both of these are in reverse. It doesn't seem like a very healthy relationship. Friendship. Acquaintanceship, even. It might be moving out of it, though. Because it looks like you are aware you are aware of how people are mistreating you. So like you understand, like I am being mistreated, but I'm going to ignore that because I like this person or I like being around them or I'd be lonely without them. Nobody else will ever like me. That sort of situation. And I'm getting very strongly like people are laughing at you. Like you're the butt of a joke and you're just like, haha, yeah, that's funny. Like you're playing along with it, but you don't like it does hurt you. That's the vibe. You're being very uh extra ostracized. Extracized, you know what I mean? You're on the outside of this person's group, but you're trying to be in it and you want to be close to this person and apparently you have a relationship. There is a relationship. It's just not a very strong one. And both of these are actually very tricky cards. Fairies will lie to you just to get you to do what they want. They'll take things from you. The same with the fox, with the kitsune. They're very tricky. They're very thieving. If you've ever played the newer Pokemons, there's like a fox one that's all about thieving. So it looks like this person is giving or is taking more than they're giving, which is, you know. Alright, let's get into tarot before I keep going, because Spirit has some things to say to you. Alright, is this person going to move into more than friendship? They're not asking if it's good for them. They're asking if they should make a bad choice. Oh, Spirit, you're funny. And I love you. Should they? Is their person liking them more than a friendship? More than a friendship? More than a friendship. All right. And we got the 5 of coins on the bottom of the deck. Oh, my babies. I'm feeling protective. What a feeling. I'm just saying. All right. So we got the Knight of Swords. This is a messenger of truths, like a cutting through the bullshit kind of person. You're gonna get a message that is going to give you clarity. You don't want to be in this foggy situation with them. You want to know, like, are we doing it? Are we not doing it? Do you like me more than a friend? Am I just like a lover? Not even a lover. Page of brushes in reverse. Page of wands in reverse. It looks like you want them more than they want you. That's just I don't know how to say that in a nicer way. But there are people around you who will protect you and take care of you, but you're kind of looking for a different sort of situation. Because you're technically in a different group of friends that might not really get along with or like the friend that you want to be more than friends. We have the 7 of coins, which is just like you wanting things to grow. Like you're planting you're planting the seeds. You're like, please let this turn into like romance. I'm flirting. I'm doing all of that, and I want this to be something. I want this. You want it. You're trying to impose your will onto someone else. And they aren't receiving it like right away. And I think they might even feel that kind of energy, like desperate energy. Um Not that you're feeling super desperate, it's just the desperate energy kind of like, yeah, I don't care if this is good for me or bad for me. Like, it's just something I want. I want it. I want them. I want this to be romantic. Romance me. We got the tower. And this is usually the tower that I'm like, oh man, it's gonna shake it up. It's gonna be so good. But I'm not feeling good vibes right now. Like, right now, I'm focusing on the brown clouds. And, like, these petals, they don't feel, it just feels like they cut all your flowers down and blew away in the wind. Like, you don't have anything. Like, you don't have a foundation to stand on, and it's not going to be good. The Five of Rosaries, to start off on the back of the deck, sorry. I kind of just skipped over it, but the Five of Rosaries is about being left out in the cold. So, um, you're feeling kind of broke. You're feeling ostracized, like I was saying. Um, like they're not investing in you. They're just kind of like, they're having fun inside and it's warm and you're just out here like, well, I'm still here, guys. That's the Got the eight of, well, dropped it on the floor. Ah. Okay, we got the Eight of Coins in reverse. And the Eight of Coins is about working hard towards something. And you are. You are working towards it. But in reverse, it's like maybe this isn't the right thing to put your energy towards. Maybe they're not the right fit for you, because there's two people here. One of them is very like the master who's been doing this for a long time, and then there's you who's just kind of like, oh well, I guess I'll take whatever crumbs that are coming. I'll show up for you and you'll continue to disappoint me. That's the relationship that we have. Which is why boundaries are so important. We also have the Ace of Coins, which is an opportunity. So I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Like, you are putting the work in, you planted the seeds, you're flirting, you're showing up, and you're doing all the things that you think people like in relationships. So it might happen, and they might allow it to happen. We have the Nine of Swords. But it's gonna hurt you when it does happen. If it does happen, if you continue to go forward with, this energy, you will be dodging and showing up in ways that you might not have wanted to, just to kind of maintain something that you want. Like, you asked for this, so this is what you get, and you're gonna have a bad time. It's gonna be very anxious. We have Ten of Wands, which is more of that anxious energy. It's like you're carrying a heavy load. You're doing most of the work. Like, clearly, you are putting in the lion's share in this relationship. And this is the little guy from the game. He's like leaving his little house with like little dark clouds. Like, it's like storming out, slamming the door, having fights, which is, that does happen sometimes, but It's basically you pushing and them being like, okay. Like, it doesn't feel like a relationship that, like, they didn't genuinely want to create a space with you. They just said, I would rather be this than alone. So, okay. I'll take our acquaintanceship to the next level. Because I even hesitate to say this is a friendship. I don't even, like, I think like, you guys know each other and you're kind of like around and you're orbiting each other, but not like closely. It's not like the sun and the moon. It's kind of like Uranus and the sun. Ace of Wands in reverse. So Ace of Wands, I usually think of it as like the masturbation card, like the this is the definite like ember of the starting flame of a passion. This is the opportunity that romance is coming. And it is, like with the ace of rosaries over here, the ace of coins. It's an opportunity that you think you want, that you've worked for, but the passion is not going to meet your expectations and you're going to be disappointed. Ace of Swords, you're going to be confused. They're going to not show up for you the same way that they're not showing up for you now. They're going to walk all over your boundaries. They're going to keep walking all over your boundaries. They might even take things from you. Like, more than just, like, what you're trying to give them. They might actually take things from you and just be oblivious and act like they didn't do anything. Because I'm getting a very much like they're gonna take you for granted. They're going to act out. They're gonna like hurt you actively in like a way where they think they're being sneaky, but they're really not. Because this guy's a burglar from the game. He's like a bandit, and he's just getting caught with all these things. And not only your time, oh, excuse me, but like, yeah. Anyway, you're gonna get heartbroken. The Three of Swords is a heartbreak card. It's a pain card. It's like you're kind of blinding yourself to the reality of this person because you want to be happy. You want them to live up to a person that they are not. Is the vibe. It's another bandit, ninja, assassin, obviously. Um and there might even be a girlfriend in the situation. Like, they might have another person and you might be monogamous, you know? And you're jealous of her or she's jealous of you. And there's just not a good vibe coming from this situation. All right? And then we have the 4 of Swords, which is like a reflect card. It's a rest card. It's a take your time, make sure you're making the right decision. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment and happiness. It is. Like, I'm not going to lie to you about it. It is very much happiness, but I think that's after you've gone through this situation or avoided this situation, which I am highly recommending you do. That's me, not spirit. I'm just as somebody who cares about you and is looking at your enemy, or well, your enemy too, maybe, but your energy and like your deep feelings, you think this is gonna make you happy. Like, you are pushing so hard because you think it's gonna make you happy. Like, you see the potential of this person, which is great. And I love you for that. Empathy is great. But nothing else is showing me that you should want to push forward with this person. Do they like you more than a friend? No, I don't think they do. I don't even think they like you as a friend, to be honest. Like, I'm not getting any friendship cards. I'm getting the tower. I'm getting that you kind of just exist to them. And they're a fuckboy. Regardless of gender, they're a fuckboy. A fuckboy's a title. This rest card is really giving me, it's really like separation. Like, you need to take time, okay, to yourself, to be away from this person, because clearly you're in, like, I don't want to say that you're young, but you're in a very young teenage obsessive mindset. Okay, you're really hyper focusing on this person, which might be like a mental spicy thing, but this person isn't going to change for you. They're not going to be like, wow, you really, I've seen the error of my ways. I'm going to stop disrespecting your boundaries and I'm going to treat you like a queen. They're not treating their current partner as a queen or their last partner. They haven't learned shit, and it doesn't look like they're willing to do that for you. That's this. All right. Well, let's get the oracles. We're going to do the wild unknown oracles today. And I don't like when there's like negative readings, but I'm not going to be like, "Oh yeah, girl, go for it," regardless of your gender. Yeah, homie, go forward, get it, do that, cuz what if you become happy in the end? No, that's not what it's saying. I'm not going to lie to you just because you're trying to find any reason to maybe, hopefully, the tiniest sliver of hope you can hold on to excuse this pitiful excuse of a person. Like, this person is not worth your time. You are worth so much more than that. And I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. The energy that I feel is incompatible. Okay. So, like I was saying, I feel like your energies are incompatible. So, with these, I usually draw two because in our love reading, I try to get like one energy for each person. So, you're over here. You're in the bear. You're an assertive person. Like, don't get me wrong. You are an assertive person. You are asserting, and they know you're asserting. They feel it. They feel your assertion. But you're a strong person, and you deserve more, and you can have more. You can have anyone else. Like, honestly, you're shining, you're bright, sometimes you go into hibernation, which is great. Good for you. And that might be good for you to go into hibernation when it comes to romance, because you need to fucking rest, babe, alright? And then the shark is the person that whoever. I'm getting negative vibes, and I'm like, protect this person. You don't deserve them, right? They're a shark. It is a water animal. It is a predator. Okay, it's a fuckboy. Not as fuckboy as the dolphin, I'll give you that. But it's somebody who's a taker. They're a taker. They're gonna take. Bears are protective. Bears, they harvest. They're very open to different ideas. They're omnivores. They're soft. They're friend shaped. You know, You can pet a bear. You could probably own a bear in Montana. But a shark, it's hard to keep a shark. They're carnivores only. They're blood eaters. Like, I would equate that to like a vampire, like an animal vampire, a bloodsucker, even, if you will. Oh my god, you're getting me worked up, you guys. With your choices. All right. And I'm going to give you a side quest. I'm going to give you a quest. And I want you to do this. I want you to consider this heavily. I want you to think about this choice that you're making. Right? Okay, look at me. Like, I know you can't, but, like, I need you to consider the choice you're about to make. What Spirit is telling me about this choice that you're about to make. I'm shaking my head. You can't hear it, but I'm looking out for you. And I need you to do this while you think of your person and your choices. That's all. Okay. Well, you've got a couple things that you can do. Maybe you should do all of them just to give you enough time to process all of this, right? We have stay off social media for a day. Bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro. From Jake the dog. Yeah, so social media might be a big thing where you're just like, you're like feeding your insecurity of this person. You're obsessing over this person. You're like thirst liking their posts. Simping is what I'm hearing. Anyway, set an early bedtime for more sleep. You can only come to this morning through the shadows. So maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need some time alone. Maybe you need to think about things. And we also have declutter your workspace. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Paulo Coelho, the alchemist. Yeah, declutter your space so that you won't be thinking about it all the time. Because I'm not saying you can't have it. Like, this was saying that when you want something, everything works together for you to have it. You can have it. But is it what you really want? Is the question. Because you can have, like, this, part of this reading was telling me what's going to happen once you have what you're asking for. So, think about it. Self-care. 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 Thank you so much, Pile 3, for joining me today. That's all I have for you. Stay safe out there, and may the hunters never find you.